Welcome back. While we were gone, I was busy prepping stuff to make the scones. You will notice I'm now wearing an apron because while I was prepping the flour, disaster struck. 2 cups. And the flour goes everywhere. Whew. So, I think I've got everything ready now, and let's dive into the menu. So I'm using an easy scone recipe that I found on allrecipes.com. It says that it has a prep time of 10 minutes, a cook time of 15 minutes, and that the ingredients are all things that I had in my cupboard. So let's hope that this worked out. Ingredients are 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Here they are. Half a cup of white sugar. 5 teaspoons of baking powder. Yes, I've got baking powder here, not baking soda. 3/4 a cup of butter. I'm using these half-cup squares, so I've got 1.5. A cup of milk and 1 egg beaten. Okay, this seems doable. Preheat oven to 400 degrees. I've got the oven preheating right now. Good. Step 2, combine flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt into a large bowl. Okay, so we've got our flour, and there's our sugar, half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can say to your friends, what did you do today? Oh, well, I watched a guy count to 5 on YouTube. Woo! Cut in butter with 2 knives or a pastry blender until mixture resembles coarse crumbs. Okay. We're starting to get into the directions that I don't understand. So there's 1 butter. And unwrap our second butter with knives. With knives. Okay. I have knives. So I'm guessing that we just need to cut it up into smaller pieces? Is that what they want? The butter has been cut, and it has been cut in the mixture, but it does not yet resemble coarse crumbs. Okay, so we need to do this a lot. Having done that, I think that we're just going to have to take the step and go with our hands and mix this together and see if that will help us to get things mixed properly. Yeah, I think that that looks kind of like coarse crumbs. Maybe a bit finer than needs to be. Okay, so now we're going to whisk in milk and egg in a small bowl. Okay, so we have our small bowl. No shells. Hey, no shells. Awesome. That'll do. Whoa. Just enough. Okay, so we'll add our 1 cup of milk. When they said small bowl, I realize now that they probably meant small mixing bowl, not small cereal bowl. Oh well. And we'll put a little bit in, mix it around, a little bit more. What else did you do this afternoon? I watched a guy on YouTube that didn't know how to use a whisk. Stir in. Oh, maybe I should have used a spoon for this. Everything looks decently well mixed in, I think. It's pretty sticky though. Turn dough out onto lightly floured surface and knead briefly. Okay, well, now that it's mixed, I might mix it a little bit more. We'll get our surface prepped for spreading out the dough. We have our dough. It looks pretty good. I put down some wax paper to try and make a nice surface. I'm just in the process of putting some flour down. Well, that didn't work at all. So take the paper down better next time. Okay, so we've got our dough. Okay. Need the dough. Okay, so this is extremely sticky dough. Oh no, this is not working. I'm going to assume then that it needs more flour. Oh, now the paper has completely come off. Oh no. Well, this is the point of the show where everything goes wrong. So I put some flour on my countertop, and we'll try this way. It's okay. We can salvage this. This is looking a bit better. Now I'm worried that I'm over-flouring it to try and compensate for how sticky it is. But I guess we'll find out once it comes out of the oven. Well, I don't know if I've kneaded it 5 or 6 times, but I need it to work. So let's see how this goes. So we've got a baking sheet. I'm going to learn from my past mistakes and put some flour on my hands while I deal with this dough. So I'm going to push it into 1/2 inch thick round. Okay. That's about the right thickness, I think. And then I'm going to use this cookie cutter to make smaller circles. Now, I hope that these won't stick to the counter. Okay, that's not bad. That's a circle. Okay, this is working so far. We have scones. I think overall they might work. Oh, this one, that one stuck to the counter a lot. Bake scones in preheated oven until golden brown, about 15 minutes. Okay, I'll pop these into the oven for 15 minutes, and I'll put the rest of these scones on another baking tray, and we'll see what happens. Wish me luck, everybody. Okay, while we're waiting for our scones to cook, I've also got a little recipe here for a very easy Devonshire cream. This is also from All Recipes. It was kind of the one that you clicked on after you clicked on the scones. It's supposed to take 15 minutes to make. It requires 3 ounces of softened cream cheese, 1 tablespoon of white sugar, a pinch of salt, and 1 cup of heavy cream. And it says combine them in a medium bowl together. We'll beat in the cream cheese, the sugar, and the salt, and then beat in the cream until stiff peaks form. And I've got my cream cheese, 3 ounces of cream cheese softened. Okay, so this is a little bit under 3 ounces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it with cream cheese, and then we'll just add a little bit extra, and it'll be a little bit creamier if I put too much in. Okay, so there's our almost 3 ounces. Okay, and then we'll just add in a little bit extra. Now I've got our 1 tablespoon of white sugar here, and a pinch of salt. How much is a pinch? Again, can someone comment below and tell me how much an actual pinch is? I've got salt, pinch, one cup of, now this says heavy cream. I found it very hard to find heavy cream, so I'm using whipping cream, and I realize that that might not give me the correct consistency. I'm sure that there are people out there who know what they're doing and are now screaming at their computers going, no, you're doing it wrong. But I'm going to try the best with what I have, so we're going to put in 1 cup of whipping cream. I feel like this could go horribly, horribly wrong because I I'm using a whisk and not a beater. Here we go. This is not forming stiff peaks. This is still liquid, so I need a way to mix it quickly. I wonder if I can use my magic bullet. Give me a sec. Okay, so this is probably a horrible way to do this, but I mean, a magic bullet mixes things and it makes smoothies, which are delicious. So maybe it'll work with this. Put the top on the magic bullet. Oh my gosh. After a couple of seconds in there, it's kind of yogurty. Oh, that's maybe not quite the right consistency, but it's getting there. I'm gonna try a little bit longer and see if it works. Okay, so my magic bullet has now got a huge amount of something that is very creamy looking in it. I mean, that looks like clotted Devonshire cream. I have probably just completely bastardized the whole recipe, and if you are from Devon and actually know how to make proper Devonshire cream, I apologize for what I've just done. But it looks like it's supposed to, I think. Okay, well, we've got magic bullet Devonshire cream. Yay! Well, we can have a little taste test right now. I'm just kind of amazed that this worked, actually. It's very heavy on the cream cheese, so that little bit extra that I added may not have been the best idea. But it does taste vaguely like cream, just a cream cheesier cream. Well, I can say it definitely doesn't taste like the Devonshire or clotted cream that I get in most tea houses, so maybe I might need to look for a different recipe or not use a magic bullet next time. But it tastes vaguely like Devonshire cream should, so I think maybe it might be okay. We'll serve it and see what happens. Okay, so I've just checked the scones. They need a minute or two more to brown a little bit more, but they're looking very fluffy, which I'm happy about. This is good. So we'll just wait for those to finish, and then we'll move on to making our sweets on the top tier. Okay, our scones are out. They look pretty good, if you ask me. I've got another batch that will go in while we're making our sweets.